What's up, ATU, and welcome to ATU Live. I'm Emily.
And I'm Keegan.
And I'm Mary, and we're your ATU Live co-hosts.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. Today we have some super special guests joining us to discuss mental health resources on campus, as well as a representative from the Emergency Management Student Association. But first, Mary is going to tell us a little bit about what's going on around on campus this week.
Well, y'all, we have some super fun things going on campus this week. First off, we have the women's volleyball team playing Arkansas Monticello at Tucker Coliseum this Thursday, October 20th. We also have our women's tennis team competing in the Great American Conference Individual Championships this Friday, October 21st, and Saturday, October 22nd. And finally, we have the Wonder Boys football team playing Henderson State in Arkadelphia this Saturday, October 22nd. All right, let's kick it back over to Emily and Keegan for some interviews. See ya.
And it's pre-recorded, so like,
Oh yeah,
if you mess up, you mess up.
Don't
We'll
worry
just
about
redo
it.
it. Yeah. We're ATU lived now, so.
ATU live, laugh, love.
How do I look on camera, Laura? Is it all good? Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
3, 2, 1, go.
Thank you so much, Mary. Joining us today, we have a guest from the Emergency Management Student Association. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Joshua Littlefield. I'm the Public Information Officer for IMSA, and we're really trying to get going this year and reach as many people as we can.
So you said IMSA or EMSA. What is that? What is that RSO?
So it's based around the Emergency Management Department, and we also just took over the Criminal Justice Department as well. So we try to get out there and get everyone more experience in emergency management in all different ranges, going from triage to also little things like CPR certification that we'll be doing this year.
Very nice.
CPR certification, all that. So what else does IMSA do?
So we're just going to be doing multiple different like exercises possibly. We're trying to get that worked out, and even a field trip that we're trying to also get worked out. So right now it's all in the works, but hopefully in the upcoming semesters we'll be able to be doing more and just being more active overall.
Nice.
Wow, a lot of things in development, yeah. So are there any requirements for being an IMSA?
There's absolutely no requirement at all. You can be in any single major, and all of them can be beneficial.
And how do you join IMSA?
So joining IMSA, you can always come to our meetings. It's on the third Wednesday of every month at about 3 o'clock in Dean. And we also have an Instagram page that you can DM us, and we can help you out directly through there.
Nice. So I heard that y'all are like combining with or taking over the criminal justice organization. How is that working?
Oh yeah, for sure. So because we both weren't the biggest of clubs, we decided to mix, and we're going to try to keep everyone active. So all of our events, there might be a little bit of a criminal justice aspect. We're having more talks with them and also trying to get it all going right.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So what type of student would benefit from IMSA? I know you mentioned like all majors and stuff. So would anybody benefit from that, and why?
Yeah, for sure. So basically everyone, like you said, but some of the big ones are nursing and also teachers. So teachers, as we're going for CPR certifications in some of the tragic events that have occurred, they can get more acclimated to it. And also how I mentioned triage, nursing students, it'll give you a little bit of experience seeing how that might work.
Yeah, absolutely. So you talked about your meetings on the third Wednesday, and Dean, is there anything else coming up or anything that you want to plug, like any social media?
Like your Instagram, yeah. What is y'all's Instagram again, and like all that stuff?
It's IMSA ATU. That's our Instagram right now. We're getting our Twitter up and running. And also we have an event on the 27th of October. It's going to be in the Student Union, and it's going to be a huge panel of FBI agents ranging from all different sectors. So all majors are welcome, and would love to see you come out and you can get to know them and network a little bit.
Wow.
FBI.
So stay tuned for the posting on that on their Instagram. It's EMSAATU. That's their Instagram. And yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
Awesome.
So now we got our guests from Health and Wellness. They're about to join us. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Thank y'all so much for joining us. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
My name is Hunter Bramlett. I'm a counselor here in the Health and Wellness Center.
I'm Carson Buchanan. I'm a PHA for the Health and Wellness Center.
Awesome. So go ahead and tell us, like, what is the Health and Wellness Center?
Yeah, so the Health and Wellness Center, we're located over in Doc Bryan. We have counseling services and health services all within the same center.
Okay, what kind of resources does the Health and Wellness Center provide?
Yeah, so we got a lot. So on the counseling side, we offer individual counseling. We offer group counseling. We also have our PHAs, which Carson can tell you about here in a minute. And then on the health side, we have 3 nurse practitioners, a few other nurses as well that can treat most acute illnesses, those sort of things. And if they can't treat it, they can refer you to somebody who can.
It's really nice.
That's awesome. So with the counseling, last time I checked, you got 4 counseling sessions per semester, but then I heard that y'all were switching to like a short-term counseling. What does that mean? How much counseling is covered?
Yeah, so we've always done a short-term model in our counseling center. At different times, we've had different numbers on that. There was a while that it was 10 sessions per academic year. For a while, last year, we did 4 sessions free per semester, that sort of thing. What we moved to this year is more of a not sticking a particular number on that, but being able to, just from our clinical judgment as counselors, say, yes, this is appropriate for short-term counseling and being able to work towards some goals that fit that model. So there's not you have this many sessions free, then you have to pay, that sort of thing. We work with folks to figure out what our goals are for counseling. If that takes a few sessions, cool. If that takes more sessions, cool. If we kind of decide that a more long-term type counseling would be better, or a specialized type of counseling, then we may refer people outside for those sort of things. But if we do that, we've got a case manager in the Health and Wellness Center that helps with that referral, and we're going to see people, while we're trying to get them referred. So you don't have to worry about us, kicking you to the curb or anything like that. We're going to make sure that people get the services they need.
Yeah, that's really nice. So you mentioned counseling and PHA services and whatnot. Are there any online option for these resources? Like, can you do counseling online, or what does that look like for Health and Wellness?
Yeah, we do offer counseling online through WebEx. That's something that we started offering during the pandemic, and I've just continued to offer as an option for students, especially if we have students that are, maybe online students that live within the state, but, aren't close to campus, that sort of thing. But for students who live closer as well, if that's something they prefer on that. Really, the limitations on that are they have to be within the state of Arkansas when they're doing online counseling, just because that's how state licensure and that sort of thing works.
You have your counseling license to counsel in Arkansas, so
Exactly.
that
makes
be in
sense,
Arkansas.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Exactly. So, but yeah, that's something that we offer and that we can set students up with.
Yeah, for sure. So, Carson, you said you are a peer health advocate, a PHA. What is a PHA?
So a PHA is a new position that the Health and Wellness Center has offered. And so what we do is mainly the job was to do peer listening sessions. Peer listening sessions is basically a time where you can sit down with a student and you just have a one-on-one conversation. So we're going to sit there and we'll help them analyze their situation. We'll listen to them. We'll validate what they're going through, because a lot of students just need to understand, it's normal to have anxiety. It's normal to go through these things, and especially in a time where you're testing out life and you're trying everything new. So we're there to help them understand, hey, it's okay that you're going through all these things. These are different ways that these are different things that you can try that will help you out. In the long run, these are different things that you can try for better time management. That's a big one, is time management. So taking tests, studying habits, getting involved, just trying to help the students out in general.
Yeah. So what would be what's the difference then between a peer health advocate and a counselor?
We are not licensed counselors.
Right.
So
Is the answer.
you don't have to be a psychology major. Or anything to that effect. I'm a fisheries and wildlife major. I simply just wanted to help students any way I could. So we're not able to just pour out advice to them. Our job is strictly to listen. If they ask questions, we can offer up our advice. If they're curious of what we did in certain situations or scenarios with what we went through. But as far as that goes, we do not have like the authority to further anything or to like refer them to something like of a more serious matter. All we can
Yeah.
do is refer them to a counselor or refer them to whatever would help them best within our clinic.
So our hope with our PHA program was really to have some more resources where it's pretty common for us, especially as we get into the semester, for our schedules to fill up pretty quick. And at times even for, us to have to schedule people out a week or two, just depending on what demand looks like. So what the PHAs really do for us is kind of fill a need a lot of times in the interim in that, where maybe someone has a counseling appointment scheduled a few weeks out, but they would like someone to talk to in the meantime that may be helpful. Carson and the other PHAs kind of fill a hole there for us and help us provide services beyond, what just the 4 or 5 licensed counselors we have in there can do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of like the things that students would come to y'all with would be very vulnerable things. So how does confidentiality work in the Health and Wellness Center?
Yeah, so confidentiality is one of the biggest things that we take seriously in the Health and Wellness Center. What's said in a counseling session is confidential, with just a couple of exceptions on that. And that's if someone is a danger to themselves, a danger to someone else. We may have to break confidentiality just for safety purposes. We are mandated reporters by law, so if someone tells us, ongoing child abuse, elder abuse, those sort of things, we have to report those things. And then, sometimes legal subpoenas, like in court cases, those sort of things come along. But beyond those exceptions, what is said in the counseling session stays, within our services. And that's important for people to come and talk to us about really important, sometimes really difficult, traumatic things. They have to feel comfortable that we're going to keep that in confidence, that we're not going to go just blab about it to whoever.
Yeah.
So that's something we take serious and something that we know is really important.
So-
What about for you, Carson, as a peer health advocate? How does confidentiality work with a peer health advocate?
So our rules as PHA is that everything is private but not confidential. So with that, everything is private, but we do have like meetings, and we do have to submit forms after every PHA or peer listening session, and that way it goes to one of our counselors. So with whatever's said in a counseling session, kind of like with what Hunter's saying, is what is said is private. That's staying between us. It's not to be talked about outside of it. But if it does come down to any form of self-harm or harm to others, or it becomes to a certain extent to where it's kind of above what we have been trained to do or to handle, we have to report that to our superiors, which would be the counselors.
Yeah, and part of that's the differences in confidentiality is because of laws. So we as licensed counselors legally have to keep things confidential besides those certain exceptions, and even have laws in place that tell us, we can't say these things, those sort of things. Whereas for PHAs, of course, there's not those laws in place, and there's certain reporting requirements they have as university employees that aren't under licensing laws and that sort of things that don't apply to us as licensed counselors. So there's still, the expectation for our PHAs that what's talked about in those sessions is going to remain private. We want to make sure that, that information's kept, with confidence and that sort of thing. But there's just kind of some differences in laws on that sort of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so another aspect of the Health and Wellness Center that I'm particularly intrigued about is the relaxation room. So what is the relaxation room, and like how do you use it, or like what's the purpose of the relaxation room? All the above on those.
Yeah, so the relaxation room, it used to be called the biofeedback room, but that scared some students. We heard that some people thought it had to do with needles, but So we changed the name to make it clear that there are no needles in the relaxation room. There's nothing harmful in there. But the relaxation room is basically just we want it to serve as a safe place for anybody who's stressed, anybody who needs to get away, and just get out of their head as far as what's been going on through the day. So if you just failed a test and you really need to go just chill out for a little bit, then that's a great place to go. If you're just kind of stressed with your friend group and want to go just hang out and find a little safe place, that's all it is a place where you can have a comfortable seat to sit in. Y'all tried out the bean bags and y'all tried out the seating and the yoga mats and the yoga or the meditation cushions and all that. So it's a comfortable place to sit. We bought a bunch of new sensory objects in there. So there's a bunch of what I guess you could call them fidget toys. So you can play with them and it kind of gets your sensory going and all that, and helps you to get your mind off of what's been going on. And then there's also a bunch of LED lights in there that are therapeutic. So you can set the light to be whatever shade of whatever color you want it to be in there that gets you to calm down. There's certain auditory things in there as well. We have CDs. We have a makeshift fish tank that makes bubble noises, so that also kind of helps you calm down. Makes you feel like you're in a dentist office sometimes, depending if you're, yeah. But anyway, and then there's also a computer in there with some games on it to help you control your breathing and get them back down to regulated levels that are normal.
Listen, let me tell y'all, there's kinetic sand in the relaxation room.
It'll
If
change
you've
your life.
never played with kinetic sand, you have to go try it. It's this big Tupperware bucket of it with all these little sand. What are they called? The little sandcastle molds.
Little
you can play
molds,
with
sand
and
molds, yeah.
little stuff to play with it. Oh my gosh, it's just my brain just turns off, and I'm just kinetics. I'm just in kinetic sand mode. It's so fun. It's very relaxing.
So to get into the relaxation room, do you have to get an appointment, or do you just walk up and see, or how does that process go?
Well, if it's pretty backed up, which we haven't had too many people come to be in the relaxation room every week. So normally we'll just allow them to go in there because there's not just people knocking at the door waiting to get in. But whenever it does start to pick up, it will have to schedule an appointment. That way that you're not hogging the relaxation room for an hour or 2 hours and there's somebody sitting out in the lobby stressed out, So, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome. Well, is there anything else that y'all want to plug? Any social media or any events coming up or things we didn't touch on?
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about how we've changed this year how students get started with counseling services. So in the past, it's been you call or come by and schedule an appointment, that sort of thing. The problem we run into, especially once we get into October, November, is we get backed up, and it may be a week or so till we can get somebody in for a first session. So what we've decided to do this year is instead of doing it that way, we have walk-in times every day for students who are coming in for a first session for counseling. So every day from 9 to 11:30 and then 1 to 3:30, we have a counselor who is there to do these walk-in sessions. And what they are is just kind of a 20 to 30 minute consultation where we talk about what's bringing folks into counseling, talk about what resources we have, make some recommendations about what we think would be best for the student that's coming in, and get them scheduled for counseling, get them set up with us. So that's all students have to do to get connected with us. We try to make it as easy as possible, but that's a new thing that we're doing this semester.
I want to touch on we're covering mental health resources. The Health and Wellness Center also has physical health resources. I've gone and had things checked on in the Health and Wellness Center. It's literally there's two sides which they intertwine and they connect, but there is Hunter said, nurse practitioners that will help you with your physical health as well. But yeah, so do y'all want to plug, Carson? You want to talk about social media? Plug that. ATU Student Wellness.
Yeah, ATU Student Wellness. That is the social media page. So if you follow us, normally whenever we do events or there's tabling and all that, we'll normally have something set up to where if you are following us on, I think it's normally 2 social media pages, then, or on 2 different platforms, then you normally get something for free. So, yeah, go ahead and follow us.
There's the tip. Well, thank y'all so much for being on here. You know, it was really interesting learning about the Health and Wellness Center and mental health resources. Now we're going to grab Mary, and it's going to be game time. So let's get it going.
Now that we've got Mary back, it is game time. Tonight, we are going to play, drum roll please, the shopping list game. Woo-hoo. Mary,
I'm so bad at this game.
how do we play shopping list game?
So shopping list game essentially is just a memory game, but verbal instead of like the cards that you flip over. So I'm going to start out and I'll say, I'm going shopping and I'm going to buy butter. And then Keegan will do the same and say what I said and add something. So he would say, I'm going shopping and I'm going to get butter and apples. And then Emily and
And
then
it keeps
Hunter
going.
And it just keeps
Keep
going.
Let's see who can remember the most.
Yeah, and whoever, if you mess up, you're out. It's over for you.
So do you want to start, or does Carson want to start? Who wants to start?
I want you to start so we can.
All right, Carson starts.
Okay.
Perfect. All right.
I'm going to
Carson,
forget it
start
by
us
the time it gets to me.
I'm going shopping, and I'm going to buy apricots.
Apricots?
off. Okay.
Oh
Can't
gosh,
stand
this is
you.
it.
I'm going shopping and I'm going to buy apricots and fudge rounds.
You guys are weird.
I'm done.
I'm going shopping and I'm going to buy apricots, fudge rounds, and Kleenexes.
Okay, well, I'm going shopping and I'm getting apricots, fudge rounds, Kleenexes, and a pair of shoes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go shopping and I'm gonna pick up some apricots, some fudge rounds, some Kleenexes, some. Oh no.
Am I gonna be the one that makes it?
No! I'm so upset.
Nobody say anything.
Come on, Mary.
Let's go!
Last time we played this, I literally made it like until the very end.
All right, Mary's out.
No, I'm not. Some type of shoes. Does that count? I think that counts.
I think that counts.
I
It was
think
a
that-
pair
It
of
was a
shoes.
pair.
A pair of shoes.
Okay.
And then what
Oh.
else?
Thank you for letting that count. And Q-tips.
Okay.
Back to Carson.
I'm going to go shopping, and I'm going to get apricots, fudge rounds, Kleenexes, a pair of shoes, some Q-tips, and I'm going to get some ribs.
Ribs.
Some
Are you
ribs.
sharing? Are you trying to share with the live team?
Okay, this is gonna be bad. I'm going shopping and I'm gonna get apricots, fudge rounds. Oh man. That's fudge rounds.
Wow. Wow.
Chew!
Kleenexes.
Keegan, you cheated.
Pair of
Actually, I
shoes.
can't talk.
I
He
sneezed.
just sneezed. He just sneezed. Kleenexes, a pair of shoes. Oh man.
Laura.
Q-tips, some ribs, and some Gatorade.
That was unassisted too. He did that all by himself.
Okay, I'm going shopping and I'm gonna buy apricots, fudge rounds, Kleenexes, a pair of shoes, Q-tips, ribs. Gatorade. And
I don't know why I did it. A little shoulder shimmy.
and some dog food.
Okay.
For the dog that you don't have.
Right.
Got
I'm going shopping, guys. And you aren't gonna believe this, but I am going to get apricots, fudge rounds, Kleenexes, a pair of shoes, some Q-tips, some ribs, some Gatorade, and some dog food, and applesauce.
Hey, Keegan's going shopping.
Okay, I'm going shopping and I'm gonna get apricots, fudge rounds, Kleenexes, a pair of shoes, Q-tips, ribs, Gatorade, dog food, and applesauce. And I don't know, what else do I need at this point?
Got everything.
Some sound squares.
Sound
Sound
squares.
squares.
That's gonna throw me off.
Sound squares. Gotta have it. Gotta have it.
All right. I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to get apricots. And then Hunter is going to get, oh man. Oh, fudge rounds, Kleenex, pair of shoes, Q-tips, ribs, Gatorade. I know Keegan said some applesauce.
What did I say though?
You said, what'd you say? Oh, dog food. And then Mary's getting some, shoot.
Quit cheating, Laura.
Don't look at Laura. Don't look at our butts.
The little squares, the sound squares.
Okay.
Laura's behind the scenes helping everybody out.
There was
then
no
what did you
assistance.
What else?
I guess I'm just gonna get some Clorox.
Okay.
Clorox what? Clorox?
Yeah, I'll go with the wipes. Yeah, I'm a wipes type of guy.
Oh shoot. Oh shoot.
Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah, this is bad. I have a 5-year-old. My memory is not what it used to be. All right. I'm going to the store. I'm going to get apricots, fudge rounds, oh gosh, Kleenexes, a pair of shoes, Q-tips, some ribs, Gatorade, dog food. Oh, dog food. Oh, what did he get?
I know what I got.
I know what he got.
Don't look at Laura.
Helping people.
Don't look at Laura.
I'm out.
Oh, you have to recite it. Don't tell it. Don't say it. You just gotta go.
We may get 2 people out.
Yes.
Okay, I was at the store. I got apricots, fudge rounds, Kleenexes, a pair of shoes, Q-tips, ribs, Gatorade, dog food.
Let's go. Come on. Knock 2 out in 1 round.
I'm literally gonna kick myself.
Just, okay,
Don't-
telepathy
no, no, no,
right
no.
here. I'm
Okay,
telling
okay.
you with my brain.
Okay.
Laura's dying over there.
Gosh. Dog food, something, and then the soundboard.
Wow.
Wow.
You don't even remember what I got at the store.
I know, I'm sorry.
Well, Emily's out.
All right.
Oh, frick, hold on. I'm trying to use my brain. I really don't know what it was.
All right, you're out. I'll tell you.
Hold on. Tell me.
Okay, well, Emily's out. I'm going to the store and I'm gonna get apricots, fudge rounds, Kleenexes, a pair of shoes, Q-tips, some ribs, some Gatorade, some dog food, some applesauce, some sound squares, some Clorox wipes, and I'm gonna get a book.
A book. Okay. Now. Oh, I'm nervous. Okay. I'm going shopping and I'm going to get apricots, fudge rounds, Kleenexes, a pair of shoes. I don't know. My first thing was Q-tips, ribs, Gatorade, dog food, applesauce, sound squares, Clorox wipes, a book, and a pair of Jordans. So a pair of shoes, but specific. I would, you're right.
I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna get some apricots. I'm gonna get fudge rounds. I'm gonna get Kleenex. I'm gonna get a pair of shoes. I'm gonna get Q-tips. I'm gonna get ribs. I'm gonna get Gatorade. I'm gonna get dog food. I'm gonna get applesauce. I'm gonna get. Oh, is this your second thing? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm gonna get those sound squares. I'm gonna get some Clorox wipes, and then start it out Keegan. Yeah, and so then I'm gonna get whatever Keegan said.
Yeah, what did he
Which
say?
was
Oh, snap.
Oh,
Don't.
who's forgetful now?
Don't.
That's right.
Still you. Okay, let's see. Oh, shoot, bro. I know Mary's getting some Jordans for whatever reason, but
what is Keegan getting?
dude,
I'm getting everybody out today.
I don't know what Keegan. Oh, he's getting a book.
Oh,
Yeah, so Keegan's getting
That's
a book,
right,
And Mary's
yeah.
getting some Jordans.
Actually, you're getting these things.
Well, yeah, okay, I'll get all those things.
You paying?
Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna get some prunes.
Okay.
What in the world?
So, I'm actually going to the store and I'm getting apricots, fudge rounds,
Actually?
Kleenexes, a pair of shoes, some Q-tips, some ribs, some Gatorade, some dog food, some applesauce. The Sound Squares, Clorox wipes, a book, a pair of Jordans, some prunes, and I'm going to get some Legos.
I thought you were going to say leggings. That would have thrown me. Okay, I'm going to the store and I'm going to get apricots, fudge rounds, Kleenexes. Oh crap, what was your first thing? A pair of shoes, Q-tips, ribs, Gatorade, dog food, applesauce, Sound Squares.
It gets so confusing as it goes.
I'm gonna have to go to the relaxation room after this. Crud. Hold on. I know what you got. Cause I got. Wait, applesauce. I got what? Sound Squares. I got Sound Squares. And so then Carson.
What did I get?
Don't help
This
her.
is it.
Is this
is
your
a
third
downfall.
thing or your second thing?
Yes.
This is your second thing?
Yes. No.
Is this your second thing or
It's
your
his
third
first
thing?
thing.
What?
Mary has no idea.
You can start over if you want.
Okay, good idea. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna get apricots and fudge rounds and Kleenexes and a pair of shoes and Q-tips and Gatorade and ribs and Gatorade and dog food and applesauce and Sound Squares and
Still stuck.
Let's go.
I'm out.
All right, Carson's got to recite it.
Carson,
I don't know it.
I'm gonna go to the store, and this time I'm gonna get some apricots. I'm gonna get fudge rounds, Kleenex, pair of shoes, Q-tips, ribs, Gatorade, dog food, applesauce, some Jordans, Clorox wipes.
He's wrong. He's out.
He's out.
Where did I mess up?
She didn't get Jordans.
It's not applesauce Jordans.
It's not applesauce and Jordans.
Nope.
Is it the Q-tip?
Wait, I have to recite.
To do it.
Oh,
If he gets
For
it
his
right,
prediction.
then he wins. If he doesn't, you're
All
winning.
right, just FYI, I'm the worst person at this game. So if I win this,
Apparently not.
this is my best
Well, you
performance.
got bodied last
So,
week.
I got
It's just
bodied.
gonna lie.
I did.
So,
So guys, I went to the store. I got apricots, fudge rounds, Kleenexes, a pair of shoes, Q-tips, some ribs, some Gatorade, some dog food, some applesauce, some Sound Squares, some Clorox,
Clorox pipes.
yeah.
some Clorox, and then I got a book. She got a pair of Jordans. You got some prunes, and guess what? I got a Lego set. No! Yes, I did it.
Winner.
Wow,
We're
I
never
cannot
gonna hear
believe
the end
that.
of that.
I cannot
No,
believe
no.
I just did that.
Wow, congratulations.
I have surprised myself.
You guys are great. Okay, thank you guys so much for coming and giving us your time, giving us all the information that we needed. We will see all of you guys next week for our spooky and special Halloween episode.
But for now, we're going to Walmart to get these
Yes,
things.
we
See y'all later.
I don't have the money for that.
See
You
y'all
got
for
the money?
Halloween. Bye.